Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video we are going to go and explore the famous Charing Cross Road. Charing Cross Road is a very popular street that connects you from Oxford Street and Tottenham Court Road down towards Trafalgar Square. It is a major tourist hub because off Charing Cross Road is Leicester Square, Chinatown, Soho and Covent Garden. It starts at, we're going to start the tour at the Dominion Theatre, which sits at the crossroads of Oxford Street and Tottenham Court Road. The Dominion Theatre has been a home to many long-standing theatre shows. As usual, I will try and highlight some of the most interesting parts of Charing Cross Road that I feel mostly restaurants, cafes, bars, points of interest, theatres, things I'm very interested in. But if I do go silent, it is because I want you to take in the sounds of London and enjoy the sights that I'm about to show you. So let's go. So like I said, this is the Dominion Theatre, currently Sister Act. The tour is playing here. I have seen it. It was a fun show. Not my favourite, but it was a fun show if you liked the movie. So to the left we have what I believe is called New Oxford Street, and then down there we have the famous Oxford Street, which takes you down towards Bond Street. We have Tottenham Court Road Station here, which has around 4 exits. So it's a very big hub for the Central Line, the Northern Line. And whilst I'm waiting to cross the road, I'm just going to show you
like, why are we doing
this building here, which is Centre Point. And you won't see it from this view, but Centre Point is a very old residential block which has been rebuilt now, and the sign at the top has been restored, but it is a very well-known residential block. Once there was a very lovely 360 view bar, which I only unfortunately visited once, but they've completely revamped this area. To the left we have an area called St. Giles, which is also home to the Google building. I believe Google have moved now, but I did visit a friend there once and it is incredible. So you can see the red building at the back, the orangey red building. That is St. Giles area. Lots of eateries there, mostly aimed at corporates, people who work at Google. And on the right here we have Soho Place, a fairly new theatre that's opened by Naima Max, who owns several theatres in the West End. But lovely modern new theatre that does put on some interesting shows, quite niche shows. I've seen a couple of productions here. They have it's almost like a studio space, so a lot of the shows are done in the round. This building here normally hosts a really interesting public display, LED screens that puts on these really incredible shows, similar to this really, but much bigger. But it seems to be shut today. And we have Buns from Home, a really good cinnamon bun bakery that has expanded rapidly. Their first store started during COVID in and around the Portobello Road. And along Charing Cross Road you do find some really niche bakeries, niche stores, lots of Asian inspired, Japanese, Korean inspired stores, because there is a huge trend towards Korean products, Korean beauty, Korean pastry shops. Coming up to my left is the Phoenix Theatre, which is currently home to Stranger Things, the show. I have not seen it yet, but it's meant to be very good. It won best staging, I believe, at the Olivier Awards. And to my right, you have one of my favourite bookshops, which is Foyles. Several floors. So if you're ever in London and you are a reader, definitely worth checking out this Foyles on Charing Cross Road. There's currently a Banksy art exhibition here. I think it's more of a merchandise shop where you can buy Banksy, official Banksy merch, it seems. And here we're passing Bar Salsa, which is a very popular bar and restaurant that focuses on salsa dance. I think you can actually go there for lessons, then that turns into a club and bar. And then down there we have Old Compton Street, which is pretty much the heart of Soho. So there are probably two major crossroads on Charing Cross Road. The first one is where we started, where Oxford Street and Tottenham Court Road meet Charing Cross Road. And this is the second one, which is called Cambridge Circus. And the reason why this is a real major crossroad is because this is where you get connected to Shaftesbury Avenue, which is another major road that takes you up towards Piccadilly Circus. And then on the left here we have Covent Garden, where Covent Garden starts. To my left we have Seven Dials, which I probably will cover in another video when I do Covent Garden, just because Seven Dials is a really lovely area, lots of little boutique stores. To my right here we have, I forget the name of this theatre, but it's a really beautiful building, and currently Harry Potter and the Cursed Child has been here for the last, I'd say 4 years now, maybe longer, 5 years. No, actually I think this has been here since 2016. I think it's Shaftesbury Avenue Theatre if I'm not mistaken, but please do correct me if I'm wrong. Even though I'm a big theatre addict, I sometimes do not remember all the names of the theatres because there are so many. And here you've got this really interesting crossing where you can cross sort of different directions, inspired I think by the crossing in Japan. We have a similar one in by Oxford Circus. It is the Palace Theatre. There is the sign, but just look how magnificent that building is. A really busy junction. You've got to be really careful here of pickpocketers. But that is Shaftesbury Avenue there. We're going to carry on walking down the Charing Cross Road. It's Tuesday afternoon, and you can just see how busy it is. It's around 5 p.m. So to my right you have this Asian supermarket. I think it's Japanese inspired. Again, really popular. And then we have House of Spells, which is dedicated to merchandise surrounding, I think, sort of not necessarily Harry Potter, but Game of Thrones. This is a really lovely bookshop. Just look in there. Some really busy Korean beauty stores. There's one there. There's another one here. Specialises in Korean beauty skincare. This is a very popular Korean street food store. Usually there's a queue. I think I've never tried this because I'm a vegetarian, but I believe they do corn dogs. That's their speciality. Just going to show you into this bakery because they are absolutely insane. So it's called Donatelia, and if you hadn't guessed, they specialise in donuts. Just look at these donuts.
I quite like the idea of the pistachio thing, but it's a donut with other stuff.
Just look at this.
These are not easy eating things.
It's a really beautiful store. I have tried it once.
It's a bun. It's cream. It's a cream bun with strawberries.
£6 a donut. Oh, £6.50 for some of them. Look how beautiful that store is. And to my right, we have one of the alleyways of Chinatown. Again, I'll do a different video on Chinatown. There's just so much to explore. We are now approaching Leicester Sq station, which is the Piccadilly line and the Northern line. It's more of Chinatown to my right. And we have the Hippodrome Casino on my right, which is a fairly new, revamped building. I say fairly new, in the last decade. Down there we have Leicester Square. And to my left you have Cranbourne Street, which takes you up to Covent Garden. And here we have Wyndham Theatre, where we currently have Next to Normal playing, which I have seen before it opened and transferred here. Really, really great show, covering the topics of mental health issues within a family. Really incredible show. So if you're watching this, you're coming to London, or you live in London, do check it out. Really, we are in the heart of Theatre District. So much to explore as you're walking down Charing Cross Road, because there's just so many lanes that come off Charing Cross Road. Some places are tourist traps, but some are really, really interesting. To my right, you have the Global London building, which is home to one of the biggest radio station networks in the UK, so the likes of Capital FM, LBC, I believe Heart Radio, but Classic FM. So that's where a lot of it is broadcasted from, has been for decades. And this is the Garrick Theatre to my left. Charing Cross Road is also the street that is home to the National Portrait Gallery. This is one of the entrances. Magnificent building. Just going to give you a moment to take in the National Portrait Gallery building. And this brings us to St Martin's Place. And before we continue down to the end of Charing Cross Road, the real destination point of Charing Cross Road, I'm just going to bring you around here down St Martin's Lane and show you the Coliseum Theatre, which is a probably one of the biggest theatres in the West End, in the Theatre District. I've only ever seen one show there, and that was a touring production of Hairspray. Currently there is a production of Spirited Away there, which has been a sellout success. It's a Japanese studio that has created the show. I saw one of their other productions earlier this year and it was absolutely phenomenal. It's coming back to the West End next year. My Neighbour Totoro, it's called. Phenomenal show, it's especially great for kids. So I'm going to take you back here. I mean, just to give you some context, this is July. About an hour ago we had a huge rain pour and now the sun is coming out. So very unpredictable. If you're visiting London at any time of the year, you do need to carry an umbrella. I thought we had sort of surpassed that tag that we've had attached to us for years, being the rainy city. We've had very good summers in the last few years, but So unpredictable. So as you come to the end of Charing Cross Road, you can really see the storm clouds behind, which is very dramatic. But we are coming up to Trafalgar Square. I'm pretty sure that's Big Ben in the background. And we're going to cross here because I'm going to show you the National Portrait Gallery from the front, which is currently exhibiting Caravaggio. Oh, I need my sunglasses now. And of course, if you've ever visited London, I'm sure you've been to Trafalgar Square. Which, I mean, even as a Londoner who's been living here for 36 years, I always still get mesmerised when I see sites like Trafalgar Square or Westminster. You know, it still makes you stop in your tracks and take in the sights and the architecture and just the grandeur of everything. Got Nelson's column there. I'm sure if you visited, you know, several decades ago, Trafalgar Square would have been covered in pigeons. Well, I don't know how they did it, but they completely cleared that up. I mean, there are signs around still telling people not to feed the pigeons. I couldn't tell you what the 4 statues on either corner of Trafalgar Square are, but I'm sure they have some significance. I'm going to bring you around here. Gosh, they're also celebrating 200 years of the National Gallery. It's just so lovely to see people sitting out here, tourists and Londoners. You know, we all sort of still come out and enjoy the city. And then there in the distance you can see Big Ben. The road from here to Big Ben will be Whitehall, and obviously we have Buckingham Palace on the right, hidden behind these buildings. To end this tour, I am going to just walk you round towards Charing Cross Station, which is a major station hub for overground trains as well as underground. Let's walk through Trafalgar Square. I do remember fond memories of trying to climb the lions in Trafalgar Square. Every time we used to have visitors come to London and we would take them around, there's always a challenge as a young kid to try and climb the lions. Some great memories there. And to my left we have the Strand, which is the street that Charing Cross Station is situated on. And the Strand actually sits parallel to the Thames. So if I took a right down one of these side streets, you will reach the Thames. And I will do the Strand in another video because the Strand is another really interesting long road. It's the street that the Savoy Hotel sits on. But because we were covering Charing Cross Road, I wanted to show you Charing Cross Station. And here we are. It's not a station I use regularly. Very occasionally, if I'm meeting a friend for dinner and they're taking the overground train, usually towards south of London, they'll get on at Charing Cross Road, and I might walk them here and then take the underground back towards West London, which is where I live. But it's not one of my favourite stations. It's quite old. But it's really beautiful architecture. It's stunning. And to the left of the Strand we have Covent Garden. And again you can see the National Gallery to my left. So I am going to bring this tour of Charing Cross Road and Trafalgar Square to an end. If you liked this video, please do give it a thumbs up, because this is a new series that I'm doing. I want to know that you guys are enjoying it. If there's anything you want to see more of, please let me know in the comments. But give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more of this. It's just for my own reassurance that I'm making the right type of content or you're enjoying this. If I've missed out any facts that you have knowledge of, please do share it in the comments with others. I'm hoping to do many more walking tours and sharing my love for London and travel. And follow me on TikTok if you want to see more hotel reviews and room tours. Thanks for watching, guys, and I shall see you in my next video. Take care for now.